Starting that daunting project with so much to do and so many people on the team to coordinate? Not a problem. With Producteev by Jive, managing that to-do list has never been easier. Just create the project and start adding tasks. Label those tasks with a click to make it easy for team members to filter on their areas of focus. Sometimes tasks are shared by more than one person, so we've made it easy to do just that. Scheduling, setting reminders, and making sure those who need to have visibility of this task are done in a snap. And any file you have, whether it's on your desktop or a cloud file folder, can be attached to your task note with a click. Streams for any person, project, or label are also right at your fingertips, in addition to granular options for how you receive notifications on tasks. Producteev by Jive, for effectively managing all of your team's tasks.
Welcome to producteev. We have an agency team collaborating on an event. Let's add a task of sending out a survey. Beneath the task line, you can do things like assign using the @ sign and selecting a member, adding a label using one hashtag and adding the label, adding a deadline with the exclamation point and one of these options, or we could add the date, as well as adding a priority with 1 to 5 stars. If we add this task, we can also do things like add subtasks, creating the survey form, for instance, and the mailing list. These subtasks can be dragged and dropped, as well as marked off individually. Let's close it for a second. You can sort all your tasks by all of these options. For instance, the manager will sort by who's in charge. We can print, export, and select on the calendar view. If we wanted to add someone, we go in the top left and the plus sign to add additional emails and invite. We can also keep track of a member by clicking on their name and then further filtering their tasks. So I'll select a task with priority levels. To adjust your labels, click on the color, to edit, and so on. If I wanted to start a new workspace, for instance, I'm volunteering, I can add a new workspace from there. Also in the top is the option to search and check your notifications. Let's close with settings. Settings is where you can change your date format and the start of your week. You can send tasks to task@producteev.com. Simply make sure that the email is connected here. Finally, change any of the alerts and notifications they receive by clicking on here and edit your options. That's how you get started. Good luck.
Hi guys, this is Michelle Nicolaisen with Let's Radiate, and today I wanted to give you my quick little review of Producteev. You might remember that Producteev actually did not end up in what I thought would be like the 3 finalists for my perfect productivity tool, but someone recommended it to me and I started checking it out, and I have been really impressed with it so far. I think that there's a good chance that it will be what I end up using long term. So this is a little test workspace that I set up. They have all of these different workspaces. I've been pretty much just shoving everything under business for right now, since I'm not planning on using Producteev long term, since I'm testing out all of these other things. But it's really easy to add a workspace. You just click here and then you type the workspace name. You can close that panel. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. There we go. So to add a task, you just type the task. That is obviously not something that is productivity oriented, but my cat walked in front of me, so that's the first thing I thought of. And you might have saw that they have like a smart guessing with the dates, so you can write Thursday or Wednesday or whatever, and it automatically assigns it to the next Thursday or Wednesday or whatever, or you can put in the date. You can also add subtasks. In case you have something, a task that is particularly big, and if something needs to be repeating, you can decide to repeat it every Thursday, for example. And you can also give tasks a specific time, like they need to be done before 1:30 on Thursday instead of just all day Thursday. I'm not 100% for sure, but I think you can also sync it with Google Calendar so that Google Calendar will send you reminders. And one of my favorite things about this is that you can view it not just as a list, but on a calendar, and not even just on a calendar. but on a week view. For some reason, it automatically goes to the week after the current week. But yeah, you can view it on a week view, which is something that I really like, and you can drag it and drop it. So when you're looking at these things in the week view and you close that panel so that you're not looking at a task, you can also unschedule a task. I know you can. Yes, there we go. So for example, what this would be really good for is if you're working on a specific project, you would go to the main screen, list view, and you could just, what I like to do is brainstorm on paper, right? And brainstorm with like markers. So when I turn those brainstorming notes into action steps, I would just add them all in here and just do them without a date. And then once you had this list of tasks, you can go to the calendar and look at the calendar for the next month or the next week or whatever, and drag the tests, back out onto the calendar so that you have them signed out in a way that makes sense, that doesn't overload you. And you can even do this from the overview screen so that you could be looking at all of your tasks across all of your projects instead of just looking at an empty calendar for that project. Or you could you could assign things out for that project and then go back and look at your actual task list for everything to make sure that you weren't overloading yourself. I really, really like producteev. I wish that it was a little prettier. I don't feel like it's necessarily ugly, but I feel like it could do with some color coding or with like some pretty backgrounds or something. You can also, over here on the sidebar, you can assign things to other people or see what is assigned to you. You can see what's late, what's due today, what's been starred, what's been completed. And producteev is free for most users. I think if you are like a really heavy duty user with Teams, there's a pro option. But if you're planning on using it just for you, or even like for you and your virtual assistant, it's going to be free. Like I said, I'm really impressed with producteev. I think that it will probably be one of my finalists, if not the one that I end up using long term. And I think that it's a really good choice for people who need to have recurring tasks, who need to have something that reminds them. It has an app for Android and for iPad and iPhone, I think. So you can have it send you reminders 15 minutes before a task is due. And I haven't had any problems at all with the syncing on the iPhone app. So I would highly recommend producteev if that sounds like a list of what you need. Let me know if you have any questions about using it, or if you have anything else you'd like me to review in the comments. Thanks, and have a great day.
You're a real estate agent. You wear a lot of hats. You've got to generate leads, manage existing clients, and still find a way to stay in touch with your hot prospects and long-term leads. And that's just what you have to get done before lunch. For busy agents, finding time to stay on track can be the biggest challenge. But rest easy, because now you've got the help you need. Say hello to Top Producer, your personal, do-everything virtual assistant. Now you can manage your business, follow up effortlessly, and stay on track while you're on the move. No downloads, no installs, just open and go. Manage your business at any time, from any place, from any mobile device. Never miss out on business with SMS lead alerts delivered right to your phone the second a new lead comes in. Seamlessly sync all your calendars and contacts from major email providers like Outlook and Gmail. Stay one step ahead of your prospects and always have the right thing to say with contextual coaching. Top Producer does all the heavy lifting for you with automatic follow-up on a regular schedule. It's the effortless way to stay in front of your leads, so when they're ready to make a move, you'll be the agent they call. So go ahead, get Top Producer, and start turning more leads into more closings.
When you think about your real estate business, you know that consistent follow-up is key in building meaningful relationships with your clients. But that can sometimes be difficult. The CRMs of yesterday relied on clunky follow-up drip campaigns that were cold, robotic, and mechanical. That type of follow-up, it's on the verge of extinction. It lacks the authenticity. It lacks that personal touch that our clients deserve from us. We don't want to send out the taste your fajita recipes any longer. We want to send out something that has meaning and value, and we want to do it at the appropriate time. Top Producer can help us with this. We're reinventing the way that you connect with your clients. We want to help you build genuine, long-lasting relationships that will turn into something in the future. Top Producer is the system that allows you to build these personal relationships. One of the most remarkable things about the Top Producer product is how simple and easy it is to use, and how little time it actually takes to manage your business. Let's face it, we don't want to sit in front of a computer all day long. Nobody works that way. So by having our solution, it allows you to be more mobile. It allows you to bring up information from anywhere, from any one of your clients, and engage with an intuitive interface. The interface and the actions that you perform are lightning fast. So you can actually manage a client, execute an action, and schedule a follow-up in about 10 seconds. Top Producer solution is actually an HTML5 application. So what the heck does that mean? It's very simple. That means it's the same on any device that you want to use. So we have multiple devices today as realtors, and you might have an iPad, and then you might use an Android phone, but it doesn't make a difference. The application looks exactly the same no matter which device it's on. It makes it simple and easy to use because you don't have to relearn anything. You're probably more comfortable with using the native email, calendar, and contact applications on your Android or your iPhone, and that's great. You can use that most of the time. But they are lacking one crucial component, and that's the real estate aspect of it too. That's where Top Producer comes into play, because not only can you use the native applications in your day-to-day activities, but when you need to take your prospecting, your lead generation, and your cultivation of your contacts a little bit further, you jump into your Top Producer program and everything is there already synchronized for you. A few years ago, we were all trying to figure out how to generate more leads and try to harness the power of these new internet buyers and sellers. Now today, a lot of people have actually figured out how to get these leads, but now we run into a new problem, and that new problem is the timeline. NAR concludes that the average internet shopper goes online 18 months before they're actually ready to do something. Yesterday's cold leads are actually today's warm leads. If you have a proper management system that can tell you who to follow up with and what to say. And Top Producer has a solution for you that will help you follow up with these people within that 18-month cycle. The Top Producer pipeline will show you who to follow up with, what to send them, and when to do it. Again, most of your business is mobile, and it's probably done on one of these. So you're going to find yourself in the most unlikely places like a car wash or perhaps even a coffee shop wanting to perform your activities for the day. Watch this. Top Producer invented something totally revolutionary called contextual coaching. I'm in line at that coffee shop. I want to complete this phone call. I don't want to wait till I get back to the office. I simply hit the dial button, call my contact, and as soon as I hang up the phone, it's going to prompt me and ask me if that was a point of contact. Did I actually get in touch with that particular person? If the answer is yes, I touch it. It'll ask me to take any notes about the conversation so I can reference these notes in the future. I enter in any notes. Finally, it's going to ask me for the most important part, and that's actually the follow-up. No matter where this person is in the pipeline, they could be 3 weeks away from wanting to do something or 12 months away. It makes no difference. You always have to schedule that follow-up motion afterwards, and that's what's key in a good contact management system. Top Producer, it's revolutionizing the way that you follow up and you interact with your clients. We're doing things today that other companies haven't even thought of yet. From our contextual coaching which walks you through step by step and tells you exactly what to do to follow up effectively with your clients, to your prospects list that brings you a list of clients that you need to follow up right now to keep your business moving forward, to being mobile on any device, whether you use a tablet or a smartphone. This is the system that can help you do all of that. It's simple, easy, and effective.
If I were to ask you if you love your smartphone, you'd probably respond with a resounding yes. But if I were to ask you if you love your CRM, you might not have the same enthusiasm. Top Producer is stepping out to change all of this. Why do we find our cell phones so easy to use and enjoyable and our CRM more as work? Is it because with a few simple applications, our cell phone can bring us all the information we need from our daily news and conversations without going out and searching for it? The data is being delivered to us. Top Producer will soon offer that same experience. No more digging through your database to find important tasks or clients. Our follow-up coach will guide you to success, surfacing the most important interactions you need to manage a successful business. Who's ready to buy? Who's slipping through the cracks? Or who's been long forgotten? But it's not just about who you need to contact, it's also why you need to contact them. And follow-up coach has you covered there as well. The follow-up coach creates a systematic, logical, easy approach to managing your database efficiently and closing more business. And it's coming to your Top Producer system in August for free. Stay tuned for more information.